National Science and Math Quiz. Today's contest is the first of our 116-stage competitions. The contest is between Presbyterian Boys Secondary School, Legon, and Ghana Secondary School, Koforidua. Before we meet the contestants, let's take a word from our sponsors.
As I start my day, I know they are counting on me. I am a truck driver for the Ghana Education Trust Fund. My job is to supply books to schools across the country. Whenever I see the school kids, my mind goes back to my school days. I too had hopes and dreams that sadly never came to pass. I made a firm promise to myself that if I couldn't chase my dreams, I would make sure that others could. Seeing these happy kids simply warms my heart. It's happening every day, and I'm proud to be part of Get Fund. Get Fund. We invest in tomorrow's leaders.
Ghana Secondary School Koforidua is on my right and is represented by
Evelyn Mamli Kodi, SS3.
Abrajanet, SS3.
Yeboah Daniel say SS3.
You are very welcome. On my left, we have Presbyterian Boys Secondary School, Legon, represented by
Kenneth Donkwai, SS3.
Richard Asala, SS3.
Edusei Samuel, SS3.
You are also very welcome, gentlemen. Now to our contest. The contest will come to you in 5 rounds. We'll begin with round 1, a round of fundamental concepts. We'll start on my left with Presbyterian Boys Secondary School. Your question. What is the process whereby semiconductors are manufactured by introducing small quantities of impurities into certain materials? You have only one attempt. This question is non-transferable. Yes, Samuel.
Doping.
Say.
Doping.
Doping is correct. Your turn, Ghana Secondary School. You also have one attempt and your question is non-transferable. What are the majority carriers in an N-type semiconductor? One attempt only. Yes, Evelyn.
Electrons.
Electrons. Next pair of questions. Presbyterian Boys. What is the function of lenticels? Yes, Richard.
They are used for gaseous exchange by a plant with the surroundings.
That's right. Ghana Secondary School. What is the function of the cuticle of a leaf? Yes, Evelyn.
It protects the leaf and also it prevents transpiration of excess water vapor from the leaf so that the leaf does not wilt.
And also,
oh, you have more.
And
go
also
ahead.
It controls the rate of which gases are exchanged in the cells.
Oh, you are making things worse. Okay, I'll give you the mark for what Evelyn said. Prevention of water loss. Presbyterian Boys, change the decimal number 57 to a binary number. Edusei.
01001 base 2.
No, try again. Yes, Kenneth.
111001 base 2.
That's right. Ghana Secondary School, change the decimal number 75 to a binary number. Yes, Daniel.
1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, and 1.
Try again. Yes, Evelyn.
1001111 base 2.
No, try again. Last chance. Yes, Daniel.
10111101.
No, that's incorrect, so I'm passing it on for a bonus. Yes, Richard.
10111 base 2.
No, that's also incorrect. It's also incorrect. The right answer is 1001011. Next pair of questions. Presbyterian boys, one attempt only, please. Which rate theory states that the rate of a reaction is dependent on the number of effective collisions? Yes, Edusei.
Collision theory.
That's right. Ghana Secondary School, define energy of activation. You also have one attempt. Yes, Daniel.
It is the minimum amount of energy required by molecules in order to take part in chemical reactions.
All right, I'll take it. Next pair of questions, Presbyterian boys, you have one attempt only. Your question is non-transferable. Centripetal acceleration can be expressed in terms of the radius r of a circle and the period t. By checking the units, which of the following expressions is the right combination of t and r? Now your options. A, t squared over r. B, r over t squared. C, t squared r. D, r squared over t squared. Yes, Richard.
R squared over T.
Oh, that's incorrect. That's incorrect. The right answer is r over t squared. Ghana Secondary School. You also have one attempt and your question is non-transferable. What is the relationship between angular velocity omega and the linear velocity v for a particle moving in a circular path of radius r? Yes, Janet.
V is equal to R omega.
That's right. One attempt only. Where exactly, and I mean exactly, would you find a neurotransmitter? Yes, Richard.
In the synapse between two neurons.
That's right. Ghana Secondary School, one attempt only, please. Name two predominant neurotransmitters in mammals. Yes, Daniel.
Acetylcholine and noradrenaline.
2 out of 3. Acetylcholine was right. The other one is adrenaline or epinephrine. Next pair of questions. Factorize the expression completely. And your expression is 2x squared minus 18y squared. Yes, Richard.
2 into bracket x minus 3y into another bracket x plus 3y.
That's right. Ghana Secondary School, you are also to factorize the expression completely, and your expression is 4a squared minus 25b squared. Yes, Janet.
Into brackets, 2a minus 5b another bracket 2a plus 5b.
That's right. Last pair of questions of the round. Presbyterian boys, give the major intermolecular forces within CO, that is carbon-2 oxide, in the gaseous state. You have only one attempt, so answer carefully. Richard.
What do you mean?
Richard, was that your answer?
An attractive force.
No, incorrect. So I'm passing it on for a bonus.
Dipole moments.
What did you say, Daniel?
Dipole bonds.
For a bonus, I can't accept it. For a bonus, no. It's a dipole-dipole interaction, not a moment. Question. Give the major intermolecular forces in gaseous CO2. Only one attempt, please. Evelyn.
Induced dipole interaction.
That's right. That's the end of round one.
As a little girl, my dream was to become a doctor. I always wanted to help the sick. Now I'm in the dental school together with others who had similar dreams. The support from the Ghana Education Trust Fund has made things a lot better. Their support has helped provide new equipment, teaching aids, improved facilities, and our student loan. We're studying hard, and we know that we can continue to count on support from Get Fund to turn our dreams into reality.
At the end of that fast-paced first round, our scores are Presbyterian Boys Secondary School, 18 points. Ghana Secondary School, 20 points. I'm happy the audience appreciates that score. Let's continue to round two. There's still a very long way to go. This contest is far from decided. Round two is a round for applied science. We've tested your knowledge of fundamental concepts. Now we would like to know how well you apply such concepts to everyday situations. So good luck, and let's begin round two. This time I start on my right with Ghana Secondary School. Your question. For effective filtration of blood in the kidneys, a high pressure is needed in the glomerulus. How is this pressure created? Yes, Janet.
The blood entering into the glomerulus from the afferent arteriole. Because the afferent arteriole has a larger diameter than the efferent, the blood coming from it into the glomerulus is higher than the one leaving the glomerulus from the efferent arteriole. Therefore, a pressure is created in the glomerulus.
Well done. During inspiration or inhalation of air, how is the lateral or transverse diameter of the thorax increased? Yes, Richard.
The external intercostal muscles contract. This causes the rib cage to raise up and outward. This also opens the pleural side of the thoracic cavity, increasing the volume. Therefore, this decreases the pressure.
Good job. One attempt only. What will be observed when H2S gas is bubbled through a neutral calcium solution? Yes, Janet.
Hydrogen gas will be involved.
No, that's incorrect. So I'm passing it on for a bonus. Presbyterian boys. Yes, Richard.
There will be no reaction.
Yeah, nothing at all. Your question. One attempt only, so answer carefully. What is observed when a solution of NH4 subscript 2S is added dropwise to a solution of Al3+? Yes, Richard?
A white PPT is going to be formed in the solution.
That's right. Find the unit vector parallel to the vector A, which is equal to 5I plus 12J. Yes, Janet?
5 over 13I plus 12 over 13J.
That's correct. Presbyterian boys, find the unit vector perpendicular to the vector A, which is equal to 3I plus 4J. Yes, Kenneth?
4 over 5J minus 3 over 5I.
Try again.
4 over 5.
Yes, Richard?
Sorry. 4 over 5I minus 3 over 5J.
That's correct. Ghana Secondary School. Consider the statement. A butterfly is a feeble insect, yet it pulls the earth. State whether the statement is true or false and explain your answer. Yes, Daniel.
The statement is true. This is because butterfly reproduces severally, making them dominant in a specific locality. So,
no. I'll give you 1 out of 3. It's true, but this is not a problem in biology. It's a problem in physics. And so, yes, the statement is true. The butterfly has weight. This is the Earth's pull on the butterfly. According to Newton's third law, equal and opposite, so it has a pull on the Earth. Presbyterian boys, you consider the statement. A maxi bag of rice weighs 50 kilograms. People might say this in everyday language, but the statement is wrong. Why is it wrong, and what should they say? Yes, Richard?
They say it weighs 50 kilograms, but actually weight is the mass of the object times acceleration due to gravity. So its mass is 50 kilograms, and its weight is 500 newtons. So the right thing they should say is that the mass of the bag of rice is 50 kilograms.
That's right. Ghana Secondary School, your question again. Why is the formation of white scales in a kettle in a home an indication that the water supply to the home is hard? Yes, Janet?
Because hard water contains ions, like calcium and magnesium ions. So as the water is boiled, they are dissipated at the bottom of the kettle, which is the scale.
I can't give you the math for that. I'm passing it on for a bonus. Richard?
It's an indication that the water is hard because hard water contains ions like calcium, magnesium, and iron 3. And the calcium, for example, after the heating of the water is evaporated, leaving calcium carbonate, which is the precipitate formed on the heating element, as scale.
Okay, for mentioning the calcium carbonate, I will give you the bonus mark. Why is it that water containing magnesium 2+ ions will not lather with soap? Yes, Richard?
This is because when magnesium reacts with soap, it's going to form an insoluble complex called scum, and that's going to stay on top of the water, preventing lathering of the water.
Add something, explain further.
The compound formed by the reaction of magnesium with the soap is non-polar, so it cannot dissolve in the water. Therefore, the scum is going to form on top of the water and do not allow the soap to lather.
I'll give you 1. out of 3. You need the stearate and the palmitate to lather. So when you bring in the magnesium ions, what happens is that they precipitate these compounds, the stearate and the palmitate, and so they are no longer available to lather. Next pair of questions. Find the general term of the sequence. 4, 7, 10, 13, 16. Yes, Janet?
3n plus 1.
3n plus 1. Presbyterian boys, find the general term of the sequence. 3, 6, 12, 24, 48. Yes, Kenneth?
3 times 2 all raised to the power n minus 1.
That's right. Last pair of questions of the round. Although the frost that forms in a refrigerator is cold, one saves money by defrosting his or her refrigerator. Explain why. Yes, Daniel.
This is because the frost does not allow more formation of cold drinks or substances, but it will make the refrigerator to consume more energy.
Try again.
And also the frost will turn all the things into icy substances, which when goes to the market not out.
For a bonus. Yes, Richard.
When the frost is formed in a refrigerator, it makes the refrigerator spend more of the current in order to bring the refrigerant liquid to freeze food in the refrigerator, because it's going to form an insulating layer, preventing direct heat from the food to enter the refrigerant liquid to cool the food.
For a bonus, no, I can't give that to you for a bonus. You are right, though, the frost is an insulator. So although the frost is very cold, the frost is cold, all right, but it's a fairly good insulator to even the colder cooling coils, right? So when the thermostat turns on the cooling mechanism, the fridge has to cool all the frost first before it starts cooling the air inside the cavity, the refrigerator. And so you spend more energy. And if you spend more energy, you have to pay more. AC is determined to cut down her electricity bill by saving energy. She wants to boil some quantity of water on an electric stove. Will you advise her to cover or not to cover the water? Explain why.
I would advise her to cover the water. This is because when she covers the water, the space between the water and the lid is going to be the form of pressure that's going to be acting on the liquid. That means the pressure there is less than atmospheric pressure if the tin would have been open. So the vapor pressure of the liquid should equal that saturated vapor pressure above the liquid for boiling to occur. So she's going to spend less heat in order to heat the
Try again. You were confused there. I'm passing it on for a bonus. Yes, Daniel.
You should cover the container. This will make the heat energy that will be evolved stay in the container, thereby making the total internal energy or the heat content of the water.
No, I'm not accepting that for a bonus. You should advise her to cover the water. But the explanation was more important than anything else. When the water is covered, more pressure builds up, not less. It's more pressure that is built up. And if this happens, then the temperature is going to be raised. The temperature of the water is going to be raised. And since pressure is directly proportional to temperature, what will happen is that the water will boil faster. That's the end of round 2.
As a little girl, my dream was to become a doctor. I always wanted to help the sick. Now I'm in the dental school together with others who had similar dreams. The support from the Ghana Education Trust Fund has made things a lot better. Their support has helped provide new equipment, teaching aids, improved facilities, and our student loan. We're studying hard, and we know that we can continue to count on support from Get Fund to turn our dreams into reality.
At the end of the second round, our scores are Ghana Secondary School 32 points, Presbyterian Boys Secondary School 38 points. So we begin round 3. Round 3 is our problem of the day. Contestants, this problem of the day is going to require more of your effort and time. So from the time I ask you to begin, you will have 3 minutes in which to present your response. The problem of the day is worth 10 points. Let's turn over our sheets and read the problem of the day. Problem of the day. A 100 centimeter cube solution contains 4 salts, A, B, C, and D, of formula mass 80, 65, 90, and 60 respectively. Their solubilities at 30 degrees Celsius are 0.15, 0.10, 0.06, and 0.12 mole per decimeter cubed, respectively. Calculate the mass of solid expected to be deposited if the 100 centimeter cube solution, initially containing 1.0 grams of each salt at 80 degrees Celsius, is cooled to 30 degrees Celsius. Good luck, contestants. You may begin.
The future lies in the hands of our children. Children today, leaders tomorrow. And education holds the key. Without the proper learning environment, these children may never reach their full potential. And it should not be that way. That is where the Ghana Education Trust Fund steps in, so that these children can have access to basic facilities and enjoy the learning experience. Gradually, one by one, we are removing the barriers in the way of quality basic education. We will continue, so they too can continue. Get Fund. We invest in tomorrow's leaders.
Contestants, please send a representative from each school to present your solutions on the whiteboards exactly as they appear here. Contestants have presented their solutions, but before we take a look at those, let's first look at the solution from our consultants. The idea in this problem is to keep track of all these salts. There are 4 of them. We know there's some information about them in the question. There's some other information we have to find. So you can keep track by maybe making a table. So you start with A, B, C, and D as your headings for your columns. And then start calculating certain things or combining certain bits of information. The solubility in mole per decimeter cubed is given. So for A, we have 0.15, B 0.10, C 0.06, and D 0.12. Those were given. Then you were given the formula mass. A, 80, B, 65, C, 90, and D, 60. You have to calculate the solubility. Eventually, you are going to have to calculate the solubility for the volume that you were asked to evaluate. So you'll need a solubility in grams per centimeter cubed. But it's easier to first calculate the solubility in gram per decimeter cubed. So let's do the calculation for the solubility for the grams in decimeter cubed. You get that by taking the formula mass and multiplying it by the solubility that was given in the problem. So the solubility in grams per decimeter cubed is 12 for A, 6.5 for B, 5.4 for C, and 7.2 for D. Next, get the solubility in gram per 100 centimeter cubed because that's the volume you were given. How do you do that? You simply multiply the solubility in gram per decimeter cubed by 0.1. It's a simple conversion. I'm sure you can do it. So multiplication by 0.1. This means that the solubility of A in grams per 100 centimeter cubed is 1.2. That for B is 0.65. For C, 0.54. For D, 0.72. Now, you know from the problem that the mass at 80 degrees Celsius for each of these salts is 1 gram. Right? So 1 gram. Now, if you lower the temperature, you are going to have to remember what the solubility is and then subtract to find out what is going to be deposited. Okay? So you get the mass deposited by taking the mass at 80 degrees Celsius and subtracting the solubility in gram per 100 centimeter cubed. For A, the solubility is 1.2. The mass at 80 degrees Celsius is 1.0. So it's actually lower. The total mass is lower than the solubility, so nothing will be deposited from A. Next, you take B. Mass at 80 degrees Celsius is 1.0. So the mass deposited will be 1.0 minus 0.65, which is the solubility. So B will deposit 0.35 grams. Next, C. You start with 1.0. The solubility is 0.54. So 0.46 grams of C is deposited. D, you start with 1 gram. The solubility is 0.72, and so you have 0.28 grams deposited. Finally, sum all of these masses deposited, and you should come up with 1.09 grams. Allocation of mass. For correctly calculating the solubility in gram per 100 centimeter cubed, 4 points, essentially 1 point for each of the salts. For being able to calculate the individual masses deposited, another 4 points, again 1 point for each salt. And then for calculating the total mass deposited, 2 points, giving a total of 10 points. Let's see how our contestants did. This problem was particularly challenging for our contestants. Let's start with Ghana Secondary School. Ghana Secondary School presented a solution, but it's very difficult to understand what they were trying to calculate. Very, very difficult. For the effort, 1 point. Presbyterian Boys Secondary School also had a difficult time with this problem. They attempted to calculate the solubility in grams per decimeter cubed. They tried. I saw some recognizable numbers. For that attempt, 1 point, and for attempting the problem in general, another point. 2 out of 10. Let's begin round 4. Most questions in this round involve calculations, so you have 30 seconds in which to present your response. If there's a question that does not require calculations, you still have 15 seconds in which to present your response. Good luck. Let's begin on my left with Presbyterian boys. Compounds A and B react according to the following balanced equation. 3A plus 5B goes to C plus 4D. Now, Presbyterian boys, calculate the amount of A needed to react with 8 moles of B. Yes, Edusei.
4.8 moles.
4.8 moles. How many moles of D will be formed from 6 moles of B?
4.
Yes, Daniel.
4.8. 4.8 moles.
4.8 moles. A water tank can be filled by pipe A in 3 hours and by pipe B in 15 hours. If both pipes are used, how long will it take to fill the tank? Yes, Kenneth.
2.5 hours.
2.5 hours. A tractor can clear a field in 3 hours, and another tractor can clear the same field in 6 hours. If both tractors are used, how long will it take to clear the field? Yes,
hours.
Daniel.
2 hours.
2 hours is correct. An object is placed 15 centimeters from a concave mirror of focal length 5 centimeters. What is the magnification of the image formed? Yes, I do say.
0.5.
0.5. An object is placed 6 centimeters from a concave mirror of focal length 10 centimeters. What is the magnification of the image formed? Yes, Daniel.
5/2 or 2.5.
I'll give you 2 out of 3. It's actually negative 2.5 because the image is virtual. Presbyterian boys, give me 3 functions of sebum. Yes, Richard.
Sebum insulates the skin, and sebum prevents bacterial infection, and sebum also lubricates the skin. Because it contains antiseptics, it helps to prevent bacterial infection of the body.
You said that. Continue.
It lubricates the skin.
Okay, 2 out of 3. It makes the skin waterproof. It keeps the epidermis supple, and it keeps it from becoming dry. Ghana Secondary School, give me 2 functions performed by ligaments.
They hold the bones to the tendons. They are connected to the tendons and they hold the bones.
2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. Yes, they do hold the bones, the joints together. They hold the joints together, but they also strengthen the joints. When acidified KMnO4 solution is titrated against Fe2 plus solution, the balanced equation for the reaction involved is MnO4 minus plus 5Fe2 plus 8H plus goes to Mn2 plus 5Fe3 plus 4H2O. Now, Presbyterian boys, what volume of 0.06 mole per decimeter cubed iron 2 solution will be required to react completely with 10 centimeter cubed of 0.024 mole per decimeter cubed of KMnO4? Yes, I do say.
20 centimeters cubed.
Pardon?
20 centimeters cubed.
That's right. What is the minimum amount in moles of H2SO4 required for the reaction if the acid should be present threefold of what the stoichiometric amount is? Evelyn?
60 moles.
No. Your last chance. For a bonus. Yes, I do say.
7.2 times 10 raised to the power minus 3 moles.
No, that's also incorrect. It's 2.88 times 10 to the negative 3 moles. Solve for x. Log x plus log of x plus 9 is equal to 1. Yes, Kenneth?
X is minus 10 or 1.
Try again. Yes, Richard?
X is minus 1, or x is 1 over 10.
I'll give you 2 out of 3 for Kenneth's response. X is actually 1. X is 1. Ghana Secondary School. Log to the base 2, you have to solve for x. Log to the base 2 of x plus log to the base 2 of x minus 2 is equal to 3. Yes, Evelyn?
S is equal to minus 2.
And S is equal to 4.
Two out of 3. X is equal to 4. Both schools, please. Log is not defined for negative numbers. So you get a negative response. It's not possible. So you just present the positive response. Last pair of questions for the round. Presbyterian boys. A radioactive substance has a half-life of 3 hours. If the activity now is 64 nominal units, what will the activity be 12 hours from now? Yes, Richard?
4 nominal units.
That's correct. A certain radioactive substance originally consists of n radioactive atoms. How many radioactive atoms will remain after 3 half-lives? Yes, Daniel?
1 over 8 n.
1 over 8 n. On that note, we end round 4.
As I start my day, I know they are counting on me. I am a truck driver for the Ghana Education Trust Fund. My job is to supply books to schools across the country. Whenever I see the school kids, my mind goes back to my school days. I too had hopes and dreams that sadly never came to pass. I made a firm promise to myself that if I couldn't chase my dreams, I would make sure that others could. Seeing these happy kids simply warms my heart. It's happening every day, and I'm proud to be part of Get Fund. Get Fund. We invest in tomorrow's leaders.
At the end of the 4th round, the scores are Ghana Secondary School 48 points, Presbyterian Boys Secondary School 62 points. We still have a round of strategies, and some schools have shown that they can come back in the final round. So let's enter round 5. Round 5 comes to you in 2 parts. For the first part, I will be giving statements to the schools to which you are to respond true or false. A correctly answered statement will fetch you 2 points. A wrongly answered statement is very costly. It will cost you 1 precious point from scores you have already accumulated. So strategize. You may choose not to respond to a statement, in which case the statement will be thrown to your opponent for the full 2 points. Good luck. Let's begin round 5. We start on my right this time with Uganda Secondary School. All animals are either primary consumers or secondary consumers. Yes, Daniel?
It's false.
It's false. Because some are both primary and secondary consumers. Presbyterian boys, N-ethyl methanamide will undergo base catalyzed hydrolysis to give the methanoate ion. Yes, Kenneth?
True.
Yes, it is. It's true. If 2 children exert 20 newtons each at opposite ends of a rope, the tension in the rope is 40 newtons. Yes, Daniel?
It's false.
It's false. A to the power, and the power is m over n, is equal to n root of a to the power m. Yes, Kenneth?
It's true.
Yes, it is. If 2 triangles are equiangular, then they are similar. Yes, Daniel?
It's true.
Yes, it is. In food chains, the size of the individuals always increases as one progresses through the chain. Yes, Kenneth?
It's false.
It's false. Platelets have segmented nucleus. Yes, Evelyn?
It's false.
It's false. HI gas is likely to give purple fumes with ammonia. Yes, Kenneth?
It's true.
Oh no, this time Kenneth is false. HBr is a stronger acid than HCl in spite of the fact that bromine is less electronegative than chlorine. Yes, Daniel?
It's false.
Daniel, it's true. If a body is floating in a liquid, it follows that the body is not wholly immersed in the liquid. Yes, Kenneth?
It's false.
It's false. Cosine of negative A is equal to negative cosine of A. Yes, Daniel?
It's false.
It's false. Lymphocytes have a nucleus. Yes, Kenneth?
It's false.
Kenneth, yes, they have a nucleus. So it's true. For the second part of this round, I'm going to be giving the schools riddles to solve. If you're able to solve the riddle on the first clue, 5 points. On the second clue, 4 points. On the third or any clue thereafter, 3 points. When you are ready to solve a riddle, you have to alert me by ringing your bell. Let's hear your bell, Presbyterian boys. All right, and your bell, Ghana Secondary School. Okay. When you ring the bell, please have your response ready. I will not wait for a response. First riddle. I am a ratio. I indicate relative distances. Yes, Presbyterian boys.
Velocity ratio.
That's incorrect. Before you construct a graph, you have to think of me. I am more popular with maps. On a map, I am the ratio of the distance between 2 points on the map. Yes.
Skill.
Scale is correct. I am a modern communication device. My name is generally associated only with my receiver component. Yes, Presbyterian boys.
Telephone.
Oh no, it's not a telephone. I consist principally of a camera, a transducer that converts light impulses to electrical pulses, a transmitter and a receiver, and another transducer that converts electrical pulses to light pulses. By me, people watch events which are great distances away. Who am I? Yes, Daniel?
Antenna.
Oh, no. I'm a television. I belong to an order of social insects found mostly in the tropics. I live in colonies based on the caste system. My colonies are founded by a winged male and female. Yes, Ghana Secondary School.
Termites.
Termites is correct. They solved it on the third clue. Final riddle. Would it be an exaggeration to say that perhaps I am the most familiar compound on the earth? You can tell me. I am involved in your everyday life and your life as a young chemist in the laboratory. I am a suitable candidate for a lesson on states of matter since I easily convert from one state to another. I have no smell nor taste. Which one? Ghana Secondary School.
Oxygen.
No, it's not oxygen. Presbyterian boys, you rang your bell also. You did.
Carbon dioxide.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Water. So that's the end of round 5. At the end of the contest, our final scores are Ghana Secondary School 61 points, Presbyterian Boys Secondary School 72 points. Ghana Secondary School, you gave us a wonderful contest. You've done very well. You've done very, very well. You gave our reigning champions a run for their money. Well done. Unfortunately, we have to say goodbye at this point, but we look forward to seeing your school in the future. All the best. Presbyterian Boys Secondary School, congratulations on winning this contest. We look forward to seeing you in the near future. So continue with your preparations and we'll see you. Good luck. Viewers, thank you for staying with us through this very exciting contest. You must agree with me it was an excellent one. Please join us next time when we bring you the second of our 116 stage competitions. That contest is going to be between Holy Child School and WA Secondary School. Make it a point to be there. Thank you for being with us. Goodbye.